So this is what I said last year. I think it's still true. Lots of noise in mind mapping was the same as elsewhere. It seemed you didn't really, you just sort of turn left or right, and everything under the sun was saying now with AI, that you just stick it on your marketing now with AI. What was less clear to me then, and is still not so clear to me now, is whether the people sticking AI onto whatever products, not just mind mapping, but were the benefits of that AI always that clear? I'm not so sure. We've seen AI inserted into pretty much every kind of software and tool under the sun. And in terms of my day-to-day, week-to-week use of AI, it's still a pretty narrow focused set of things I'm using it for. That might be because I'm lacking imagination, or it might be because there just isn't as compelling a need for some of these functions as perhaps the technical developers might think there is. So if that's the macro picture, how is that translating through into the mind mapping world? It's really the meat of what we want to get into today. So again, we're talking about more. I think there is more refinement and focus happening now amongst our software vendors. I think they're improving how the AI looks in the mind mapping. They're improving certainly how it works. And I think in some cases, but not all, they're getting much clearer on who are they trying to solve for? So you'll see an example, I think, of a company that's doing, I think, this really well is AOA. I think they're building AI functions that are really focused on a very specific type of user. It's going to be stuff that's helpful for other people, no doubt, but it's also very specifically trying to address one particular group. And another couple of examples of companies where I think they know who they're designing these AI functions for. So it's less now about just saying now with AI. It's more about saying this AI feature is to help this type of person with this type of challenge. So let's have a look at some products and really see how silly Liam can make himself look. So I've decided to just try and break this down into these categories. There's a lot going on. And as I said at the beginning, I can't possibly cover all of the different products and demonstrate all of them. Some of them are doing largely the same things, that map generation, that branch expansion. So I don't know there's huge benefit in revisiting those things that I covered last year. But what I've decided to break this down into is in my opinion, who's kind of leading in the world of mind mapping AI, who's doing kind of what I think is slightly more interesting or more powerful stuff. There's a new entrant that I think is doing some really interesting things, and I'm very excited to see what they do with it. I'm going to just give you a few names that have kind of now got AI who maybe didn't last year, and then just a couple of other notable things that I want to flag because I think it would be interesting to those of you who are on the call today. In terms of what next, I think the story so far has mainly been about adding more, right? Let's say that AI added maps, topics, branches. What's the result of that? Well, we may get pretty big maps. We may, in some cases, depending on how the AI does it, get quite a high word count. And of course, we get complete mind maps. Well, that's great. But how often is that the goal? You don't usually start a mind mapping process in order to create a mind map. You usually start a mind mapping process so that you can kind of think something through, get clarity, make a decision, organize priorities. So again, just because you get a complete mind map doesn't necessarily mean our goal has been achieved. So thus far, it's been mainly about adding more, including floating topics for some reason. But something that just recurs to me over and over again is ever since I started Biggerplate in 2008, people were saying they've got too much. We already had loads of ideas, loads of information, more floating topics. So we already had loads. Information overload has been the key phrase for years and years and years. So we're already overwhelmed. So my question I keep coming back to is, do we need more? Is that really what we need our mind mapping AI to do most, is give us more stuff? I'm not blind to the benefits of giving some pros and cons, some questions, some ideas, all that stuff. There's great ideas in there, but I hope we go beyond this now. I'm hoping the next chapter, you might still have the option of adding more, but maybe we get a little bit further down the line with this. And that's what I think we're starting to see. So what I'm wondering, maybe the next chapter of AI mind mapping is about less.